Here we are back to Aesop's Fables. Some more wonderful stories. The Lion, the Bear, and the Fox. The Lion and the Bear found the carcass of a fawn. Both were hungry, both wanted it, so they started to fight for it. The contest was long and hard and savage. At last, when both of them, half blinded and half dead, lay panting on the ground without the strength to touch the prize before them, a fox came by. Nothing the helpless Noting the helpless condition of the two beasts, the impudent fox stepped in nimbly between them, seized the fawn over which they had battled, and, with never a thank you, dragged it away to his den. Only fools fight to exhaustion while a rogue runs off with a dinner. The Cat and the Fox. A fox was boasting to a cat one day about how clever he was. "Why, I have a whole bag of tricks," he bragged. "For instance, I know of at least 100 different ways of escaping my enemies, the dog." "How remarkable," said the cat. "As for me, I have only one trick. Though I usually make it work, I wish you could teach me some of yours." "Well, sometime, when I have nothing else to do," said the fox, "I might teach you one or two of my easier ones." Just at that moment they heard the yelping of a pack of hounds. They were coming straight toward the spot where the cat and the fox stood. Like a flash, the cat scampered up the tree and disappeared in the foliage. "This is the trick I told you about," she called down to the fox. "It is my only one. Which trick are you going to use?" The fox sat there trying to decide which of his many tricks he was going to employ. Nearer and nearer came the hounds. When it was quite too late, the fox decided to run for it, but even before he started, the dogs were upon him, and that was the end of the fox, bag of tricks and all. One good plan that works is better than 100 doubtful ones. Yeah, that's true. But I do know foxes can climb trees. I've seen them do it, so that would be one he could do. But there's the cat up in the tree. The ass in the lion's skin. Oh. Once upon a time, an ass, that's a donkey, remember? An ass found a lion's skin and put it on. In this disguise, he roamed about, frightening all the silly animals he met. When a fox came along, the ass in the lion's skin tried to frighten him too, but the fox, having heard his voice, said, "If you really might want to frighten me, you will have to disguise your bray." That's what donkeys do. They bray. Right, so that's what he's talking about. Disguise your bray. Clothes may disguise a fool, but his words will give him away. Ooh. Clothes may disguise a fool, but his clothes, right? But his words will give him away. That's very perceptive. The monkey and the camel. At a great gathering of all the beasts, the monkey got up to entertain his friends by doing a dance. So nimble were his feet and so amusing his gestures and grimaces that all the animals roared with laughter. Even the lion, the king of beasts, forgot his royal dignity and rolled on the ground with glee. Only the camel seemed to be bored by the monkey's performance. "I don't see anything so funny in that exhibition," she sniffed. "As a matter of fact, it seems very crude and amateurish to me." "All right, then," cried all the animals. "Suppose you show us what you can do." Realizing that she had let herself in for, the camel shambled into the circle, and in no time at all had made herself utterly ridiculous by her awkward and stumbling performance. All the beasts booed her and set upon her with clubs and claws and drove her out into the desert. "Stretch out your arm no further than your sleeve will reach." That's pretty funny. The hawk and the farmer. A prudent farmer had spread a net over his cornfield to catch the crows who liked to dig up his newly planted seeds. I feel his concerns. One day a hawk, pursuing a pigeon, flew so swiftly over the farmer's cornfield that before he knew it, he found himself caught in the snare. The farmer, observing the hawk struggling in the net, went over to the captured bird of prey. "This is all a mistake," said the hawk as the farmer approached. "I was just chasing a pigeon, and the wretched bird flew right over your field. I was not going to do a bit of harm to you, believe me, sir." "That may be," replied the farmer, "but unless you can tell me just what harm the pigeon had done to you, I'm afraid I'm going to have to wring your neck." Hypocrisy is the cloak of villainy. Here's the lioness. A great rivalry existed among the beasts of the forest over which could produce the largest litter. Some shamefacedly admitted having only two, while others boasted proudly of having a dozen. A litter is a bunch of babies, right? That's how they have babies, is in litters, little bunches. At last, the committee called upon the lioness. "And to how many cubs do you give birth?" they asked the proud lioness. "One," she replied sternly, "but that one is a lion." Quality is more important than quantity. Well, that's usually true. There you go. That was Aesop's Fables for today. More later. Bye.